And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs, a mildly hot start. Let me just take care of a few gunners before going on. Yes, Classic Doom Walkthroughs, we're playing Doom Revolution. This is map 9, Wrath of Man. Yeah, there are, how many? Let's see, 49 kills to be had, 4 secrets to find, and 18 items to pick up. It's a fun map. There's a lot of distinct areas, and there's a bevy of barons in one section that's pretty tough too, and I'll be able to show you how to do all that. The game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform. As always, we're playing on the ultra-violence difficulty setting in order to get 100% in all 3 of those categories. Well, let's see. So let's go ahead and technically pick up the shotgun, so now we have a decent weapon to take on the imps on either side of this courtyard above us where those lifts are. So let's go ahead and just dispose of them. So we can... This door does not open yet. If you didn't fare so well, there's a stim pack here. But other than going around the corner to face a mancubus with a shotgun, which I don't recommend, you can go up this lift or this lift. I say go to the right. We're doing not only map progression, but weapon collection too. So up here, we're going to find not only more shotgun shells, but a chain gun. Yes, that's a mancubus down there. Don't engage. We're going to get to the mancubus after. Let's just take care of each of these enemies in turn. And now we have 2 enemies facing each other, but the more dangerous one, the shotgunner, is on the right, and it's only a zombie man on the left. So I suggest you do it in that order. About 10, I think, are rockets. Do pick those up. We don't have the rocket launcher yet, but we will. Now, below here and to the right are where that bevy of barons are going to be. But right here are a bunch of lost souls, which just add to the craziness down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to antagonize them by running across and getting them to come out to play. It's much easier with the chain gun. Well, I mean, you could take a little damage, I suppose. They're pretty aggressive. It's much easier with the chain gun in this elevated position to dispose of them. So when we deal with the barons, we're only dealing with the barons. That's how I do it. So let's continue now with map progression, but this time we'll go on this side. Not only map progression, but we're going to get some weapon collection. This is, yes, the super shotgun, which we always do appreciate. There is a Hell Knight and an imp in here. Whoops. Let me find the imp. There's the imp. Okay. Press the switch, and that'll open up the main area for the main building, I should say. Not to worry, maybe I should use that stim pack. I took an unwarranted shot to the face there from the Hell Knight. Oh well. Now armed with the super shotgun, we can go in here, or we can now take on the mancubus. I say take on the mancubus now, just dispose of it. And while we're in here, we can collect a little bit more health, and we can collect a few items, but we can definitely take care of these 2 imps, which are going to be trouble later. And this chain gunner will also be trouble. I like to take care of them now, so they're not trouble later in those tight areas. So we've taken care of all we can here. That's just a chainsaw. As you know, I don't like chainsaws. So now switch back to the super shotgun. As soon as we enter, we're going to release some revenants, and as we progress to get towards that red key, even more revenants. Let's go ahead and draw the revenants out. Using this entryway as a whole point, of course, they will come out if you don't do well enough as far as taking care of them. But do your best, and there are some health packs if your aim is not quite true. There's another 2. Oop, that guy snuck out. Oh, Revenant. And that's that. I think there's still another 2. Yeah, let's go ahead. Grab that health. Get out of the way. Oh, Revenant, my goodness. This is going quite poor. Oh, well. Well, it's a good thing there's a lot of health packs, because that was frankly pretty terrible. So we're just going to collect them. My recommendation for this map is to not do that. That was a very poor handling of the revenants. But I'm going to show you another secret. There's a couple of imps here, so get ready to just take care of them. Tag that secret, pick up all of your armor bonuses. If you're a pistol starter, you can get your green armor. This megasphere is not available to us, but it will be shortly. I'm going to show you how to do that. So now we have the red key. This is not a damaging floor, it's just blood. Just press the switch, we'll head back up. And it'll take us conveniently to the red door. There's going to be a mancubus there. You can go ahead and grab that plasma rifle, but I don't think you need to. I think using this corner as a whole point, you can take care of the Mancubus quite easily with the super shotgun. Imp around the corner. Go ahead and take care of that. Now, we're going to go down this corridor. There's going to be crushers. I think you can probably figure that out by those 2 empty spaces. But there is an area here that will reveal the next secret. Yeah, we do want that megasphere, don't we? At least I know I do. So let's go ahead back to that other secret and grab it. Yep, tag the secret. Megasphere is always nice. And it's not really that much out of the way. We go back to the switch, take our way back up, and then we're going to go through the red door again and come face to face. This is where we were. Come face to face with the crushers. But the second crusher is hiding another secret. So we're going to just go ahead and stop short. We're going to open up that door and kind of like strayfish run our way in so we don't get squished. Grab the armor bonuses and, of course, the Berserk pack. Now, I don't crouch. I don't think you're supposed to crouch in this game. I think that's the only way out of these little peekaboo windows. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to kind of strafe run, quickly get out of there by just using the regular kind of hidden door. Pick up the armor there. The shotgun shells. There was a impact there. This floor is going to collapse. Yes, you will get the mega armor, and that switch will put the wall back up. You don't need to do that now. There is a shotgunner to the left. Let's try to dispose of him without taking too much damage. We were successful, and another shotgunner. So those are the 3 enemies to face. And yeah, finally, the rocket launcher, which will be nice, because now we're going to take on an Arachnotron, and once we dispose of it, we're going to take on what I referred to earlier as the bevy of Barons. So let's go ahead. Try not to alert the Barons, ideally. Okay, because I want to get off as many... It's a very tight spot. I want to get off as many rockets as I can in this little corner. Alright, well, I took a little bit of damage, but none too worse for wear. Now it's a little tight, so we're going to use the plasma rifle, if we can. Oh, they're back on one side again. That's good. We did pick up that plasma rifle, so I say why not use it a little bit. Ooh, that was close. All right. So that's the bevy of Barons. It's a tight area. Very hard to use your rocket launcher here, but if you don't alert them before disposing of the Arachnotron, you can get over here and fire off a good number of rockets to at least soften them up. So where to from here? Well, the switch has now been revealed since we've taken care of that. You have to press this lift. There's kind of like 2 lifts in one. Look to the right, because that's where, yeah, that mega armor and that switch were before we went down into that room. So if you lost a little bit of armor, you can regain it that way. And again, the crushers. So let's go ahead and I take them one at a time. You may be a speedier runner than I, or a good strafe runner. I'm going to do a hard pass for that. Thank you. So what do we do now? Well, we have the yellow key. That'll just take us really back. This is nice too, Megasphere. This will take us back to where we disposed of the Barons. Just to show you, this is where the whole gaggle of lost souls were, and they will easily come over there and make a nuisance of themselves while you're fighting the Barons. That's why I take care of them from above with the chain gun, at the very beginning. But we need to come down here anyway, because this will take us to where the blue key is. We do want that. Yeah, let's just grab some ammo, hit that switch. As you can see now, the blue key is accessible to us, and takes us back out to this familiar area. Right, that's where the lost souls were. This will, of course, trigger off the two cacos. The other one's in here, probably. There are 2. Although, would you really need them at this point? But always nice to have. So we have 2 backpacks. And by getting the blue key, don't just race over the hill here to get the blue key and continue on to the exit. Face the other way. Yeah, because the either or tags as the final secret. As much as the partial invisibility isn't very helpful. Now, at the beginning of the map, I adjusted the brightness a little bit because it's very, very dark, but not too much because I don't want to make the rest of the map too bright. But this is really just a small number of, well, a decent number, I guess, of pinkies, and they're not really too much trouble anyway. But let's do a final count, shall we? I think so. Yes, all 49 kills, all 4 secrets, and all 18 items. You do know what that means, indeed. We are done. And that's Map 9, Wrath of Man. I like this map. I think there's a certain order to it. I like the weapon collection and map progression at the same time. Sometimes it's just weapon collection if you're pistol starting and you got to make your way back. No, I think the map lends itself to progression and collection at the same time. I do like the challenging part, I think, is really the gaggle of barons. That's pretty tough. That's a very narrow little corridor to be firing from. But they do give you a plasma rifle if you're not comfortable using your rocket, so feel free to use that as well. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Maybe you got some good tips and tricks. Maybe you just thought it was fun. Either way, why don't you hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any further videos that I upload. For now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.